Hey everybody, welcome back to a special Marvel Comics Roundup video. The new comics coming into my collection. I'm Petter, and thank you for checking out these videos. First off, I do just want to show this one off because I really like the detail of that artwork. Obviously, it is a Marvel comic, but not in the same way that you're used to seeing here. I'm going to be saving a very special comic for the end that I added to my collection that I'm debating. Like, this is the one where I really look at it and go, I want to get it graded so that I can preserve it. We're going to start, though, with some that I bought through Things from Another World. Spectacular Spider-Man. Number 12 variant cover here. I like this one, like the composition a lot. The dark framing of inside of the house with Miles and Peter outside. Then we have a Phoenix cover here. Good action sort of pose. But this is one of my favorites that I got. This one was not through Things from Another World. I stumbled across it because I saw a Gambit piece of artwork that looked like this-ish, but a Jean Grey Marvel Animations X-Men 97 variant cover here. Just pops. Love how they use the X shape in there and just to create that image. It is so, it's just gorgeous. And the bag's ripping. That's great. And then we have a Psylocke variant cover. Cool pose with her sword. This one is not a variant cover. This one is Ultimate X-Men number 11, but of course I'm going to get it. It is Peach Momoko artwork. I believe she is even writing it, if I'm not mistaken as well, which is awesome. I read Demon Wars from her. I'll do a video on that coming up here sometime soon. And part of the What If Galactus line, this is back to Things from Another World here. We have What If Galactus transformed Spider-Gwen. There's a bit much going on this cover in my opinion. Looks a little bit busy, but you see a lot of the other heralds from the What If line. I think that this one, I got another one as well. This one is better. This one is cooler. Just having the two of them there. That one, yeah, I really like that cover. We have an X-Men number 10 cover. Of course, Magic is on the cover. I'm likely to get it. This one, again, looks really cool. I like the X in the background there as well. And the final one, before I get to, well, second to last one, before I get to that final one I was talking about, this one I picked up off of eBay as well. X-Men 97 number 1 Rogue. It's a good composition, great look for the character. But now, excuse me. Now let's talk about that one that I've been hinting at the whole time. This one, I would love to have a CGC graded, like a decent graded one of these, but they're so expensive because it is very old. This is definitely in rough shape, but I mean, you look at that. The Amazing Spider-Man, the Brand of the Brainwasher. This is the one where it introduces first issue with Mary Jane Watson. So Brainwasher clearly has been brainwashing her to perform, and Spider-Man is coming to stop that. But how cool is that? I love having something where it's like this is a piece of history, and obviously you can see, looking at that corner, this is old. But to give you an idea of what that goes for, the Amazing Spider-Man 59 CGC. A 5.5 goes for 180 bucks. This is probably less than that, but like a good grade for that of an 8 or a 7.5, it's 200 bucks, 250 bucks for that. A 9.4, oh my goodness, somebody got a 9.4, 800 bucks. And that's what people are asking for. If we look at what things have been sold at, an 8.5, $370. And this is probably, if I had to guess, this would be a low grade. This would probably be a, I don't know. Let's see what we're seeing. 5.0 goes for 130. This is definitely below a 5.0. 4.0 went for 70. This might even be slightly less than that. Could be a 3. 2. 3.5 went for 90. So, like when you get to that bottom condensed area, it's more about having that piece of history, having a comic like this, than it is about how perfect the condition is. And I'm looking at it and going, I'm worried about just storing this. I prefer to have it up above with my collection of comics up there, where it can be in a protective case. And I may just buy a case for this right now before I do CGC grading at some point in time. But I'm so excited to have this in my collection, and that's why I'm spending so much time talking about it, is because it's like, and I've shown off before, but the Days of Future Past cover that has Wolverine and all the posters of the different X-Men being dead or missing or stuff like that. This has that same feel to me as owning a piece of that comic book history that I love so much. Even if I haven't read this comic. But to be able to say, I like characters that I know, Spider-Man and Mary Jane, that I have the first appearance of one of them, because I'm not probably ever going to be able to afford or save up enough money to afford the first appearance of Spider-Man. Though maybe that should be a goal. Retirement gift for myself in a number of years, to be able to say, hey, I have this piece of Marvel history that not only do I get a look at, but I can share with others and be able to talk about it. And it's something, obviously, I care so much about Marvel stuff. I enjoy the movies. I enjoy the comics. I clearly enjoy the trading cards. All that together just is such a fandom for me that I care about so much. To then have this comic here, showing it off one last time. This comic here is just amazing. But let me know your thoughts on that. Do you have any comics that maybe aren't in the best shape or are kind of that piece of history for a comic? Because, I mean, I can also look up here and I know that I have the first issue of Spider-Gwen. I have that Uncanny X-Men one that I was talking about there. I have a Moon Knight comic, Moon Knight #1. Uh, and just having those in my collection feels amazing and is so exciting. You don't know what's going to be big. So for someone like myself, obviously I buy a bunch of new comics, but I want to spend that time going back through the history. But I've rambled on enough about that and why it matters to me. Hopefully this video was fun. If it was, please give the video a thumbs up. Drop a comment down below like I was talking about. Do you have that comic that is a piece of history? And if you enjoy this content, also check out the other videos here on the channel. I mentioned kind of the breadth that we have here. We have news and rumors, we have comic books, we have Marvel trading cards, we have other Marvel collectibles as well that I'm going to be doing videos for. And if you want to dive in with us, I say us, myself and my co-host, we have our 10-Minute Marvel podcast as well, so you can join with us on that podcast where we talk news and rumors and have a topic for every week that we cover. So to find that podcast, click onto the channel. By the time this video comes out, we're probably going to be talking very soon about Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man, the latest episodes of that, as well as Captain America Brave New World. To find the podcast, click on the channel, subscribe if you haven't already. We appreciate everybody who has subscribed and is checking out the videos and checking out the podcast. And then click on the podcast tab or search for 10-Minute Marvel wherever you get your friendly neighborhood podcast from. Just one last time. One last time. I'll probably show it off again later. See you next time.